Okay, let's talk about the equipment you're going to need. So first off, right out, this is for iOS devices only. Switcher Studio only works with Apple, and that's because Apple devices talk to each other pretty seamlessly. I'm not sure why the Android devices don't have sort of the same thing, but for some reason they don't. So Switcher Studio is just for Apple. So right off, you're going to need at least two iOS devices. I recommend running the app off of an iPad because bigger screen, easier to use, and that kind of thing. But no, you can run everything off iPhones if you have to, but I recommend the App Studio on the iPad. So you'll need two iOS devices, and then you're going to need something to mount your cameras on. So your iPhones are going to operate as your cameras. And so you're going to want to stabilize those. So one thing you're going to use is a tripod. And there's a couple of different options for that. This one's kind of a cool one. This is a selfie stick tripod. They're out there now that are about 30 bucks. It opens up to be a tripod stand. And it has the extendable arm here. And it comes with a ready spring mount load. Okay, and so this ton of these out there, this is just your little simple tabletop tripod. So if you're doing something at home, you can just put your phone right in front of you on the table, and you got a tiny little tripod here that doesn't take up too much space. Also great for hiding your iPhones in the church if you're trying to broadcast from a church location, and you can put it on the podium, or you can hide it behind a speaker, and you don't have a great big tripod. One of these, and they're pretty easy to hide. Or right on just a regular everyday run-of-the-mill tripod. Since they're only holding iPhones, they don't need to be, professional quality sturdy, but you want to get a nice tripod and either, one of these kind of stabilizing devices. Also, on top of that, for the tripods, you're going to need some way to mount your phone onto it. So these are cheap, $5, I think, little spring load mounts, and they screw right onto your tripod head, and boom, you're ready to go. And here's how it kind of works. And you just take your iPhone and you spring load it in, and boom, there you go. So you've got your two devices, at least two devices. One's going to be your control center, and one's going to be your camera, and then all you have to do is add more iOS devices for cameras. Add another iPhone, add two iPhones, add three iPhones. You can use iPads as well. You can now have the iPad as a control. You can have two phones and an iPad as a camera, and we'll show you how you do that once we get to the app. But with the paid version, you can do up to 9, I think, different input sources. So some of you are asking the question right now, can I use my MacBook Air, my MacBook Pro? Yes and no. I'll talk about it at the end. You cannot use the laptop or desktop as your control. This is only for apps, so it only operates off of the iPad or the iPhone. But you can use your laptop or desktop. You can use that as an input into your Switcher Studio, but you cannot use it to run Switcher Studio. All right, so I've got a camera, I've got my studio, I've got my stabilizing device. Next thing I'm going to need is a way to hear, and you always want to use an external microphone. Never use the microphone on the camera, very bad. Always use some sort of external microphone, and there are a couple of different options. I use if it's just a one-person me, I'll use this. This is a iRig lav mic. Very inexpensive. I think this one was only 30 bucks. And great quality. They're made specifically for Apple devices. And the really cool thing about this one is that you can daisy chain them. So you can actually put two lav mics together with only one input. And that's kind of a cool thing to do. Again, if you're just doing yourself or yourself and one other person, excellent way to just mic both of you up and get you into your iPad for broadcasting. Something else I use is a battery bar. And so this power bar is really cool because once I have my iPhone charged and mounted, if you're doing a church service, it might be an hour long or something. So having a battery bar, power bar, is good for making sure your phone doesn't die on you. A couple of things I have found that help me along the way as far as adapters go. Depending on how I'm going to do my internet, you might want a adapter so that you can get your Ethernet cable into USB. They also have Ethernet to Lightning, but this will get you into your internet if you want to hardwire, and also a USB to Lightning, and that helps if I want to get a digital audio signal into my broadcast. I'm going to show you how that works here in just a second as well. Something else I get, I have a 2 input output charger for my phones, because then when I'm ready to charge, I can charge my phone and I can charge my power bar at the same time, and when I'm done I unplug them and boom, we're ready to go. Okay, and this is just for fun. This is one of my cases that I use. That's my, streaming, roaming, take it with you wherever you go case. And it works like this. I just have the phone, it slides in there. I will have the mount, and I'll put the mount in here. I'll put my charger here, battery bar, boom. I take my 2 cables, 1, 2, and I'm done. I've got pretty much my whole setup here for, just the camera on the iPhone and, everything it needs. Shut it up, and it's a nice little protective carrying case, and that's how I use that. Okay, so let's show you how we set up some of this equipment, and also I'll show you how we connect audio sources. So either a single mic, or if you're going to use multiple mics because you have either at church you're doing a whole stage of people, or I have, like here in my house, I have Studio 1 and Studio 2 where we use 2 different mic sources and how to get all that in. But pretty much that's an overview of the basic fundamental equipment you'll need to at least get started. Although the last piece you need to know is you need good internet speed. And when I get to showing you how to test your internet speed using Switcher Studio, we'll show you the different speeds you need for different types of quality broadcasting. But rule of thumb, you're going to need at least 5 Mbps up on your internet to have a decent broadcast. So you have to have pretty good internet to do good quality live stream broadcasting. So we'll show you how to check your internet speed and make sure you've got that. All right, so that's it for equipment. Let's move on to how to set up the equipment and use it.